Good morning. So this is phase 2 channel description of HappyNessa. As you can tell by the title of my channel, it is about happiness. I am someone who I wouldn't say is naturally just, wasn't the happiest child in person per se, pretty content and peaceful person in general, but beyond that, I have learned the science of happiness and I want to share that with others, especially as we go through stages and phases of our life. Specifically, I am a mom of 4, I'm a wife. This is my second marriage. So how do you be in a marriage and be happy and still stay true to yourself? How do you be a parent and give to children and still be happy, even if you're not, married and have kids? This is definitely a channel for you as well. Specifically because my background is in psychology and the mind. How do we have a strong foundation in mental health that allows us to be happy and no matter the circumstance, okay? Because life circumstances are constantly changing for most of us. We're facing, challenges and beautiful things that help us grow and develop. So, so that's the broad high level. But if I had to go up under that, it's definitely a lot up under that umbrella. So specifically, law of attraction is a big one for me. So that's top of the list. So how do we not only be happy in this life that we live, but how do we specifically attract and manifest very specific physical things, emotional experiences, people in our lives, live our dreams, all that good stuff. Another big one I would say is just the big umbrella of mental health. So yeah, we're talking about happiness and living joyful lives, but let's talk about the deep stuff that a lot of people don't want to talk about when it comes to mental health and suicide prevention and things of that nature. That's really important to me, given not just my background, but also my personal life and people, family and friends and other people that have been impacted by that. So that's another topic. Also, I do have this background in higher education, and not just higher education, actually K through 12, and just being a tutor, teacher, all that good stuff. And so that will be another chunk of my videos at some point. I won't say necessarily right away, but a lot of my videos will be about how to do brain hacks, how to optimize brain function, how to be that student who's able to earn A's and get the grades without having to sacrifice your life and without all the stress. There's a lot of stress on our youth nowadays to ace this, do this, be captain of this, be president of this, get a scholarship for this, and that's a lot of stress that I would like to help relieve for people, for those of you who are in school. So that will be a big chunk. What else? Yeah, just life too. So, we've done a little bit of traveling in the States. We're going to do some more traveling, of course, international and all of that good stuff. So there will be some playlists that will be specific to traveling. So our travel vlog, the whole family. So me, my husband, Jay, biggest girl daughter, Jada, and my stepdaughter, Harmony, who's technically the oldest. She's 13. And then Jada is 10. And then we have London, who's 5. And then baby Tay. She's not really a baby anymore. She's going to be 2. So lots of travel stuff with them. Specifically, I can showcase y'all this. Well, not the whole Airbnb. I'm going to do a separate video. But right now, actually, we've moved to Florida. We've decided not to rent. It's so crazy expensive. So we're going to buy. So we got to be patient. So we are still in Airbnbs. And it's hard for me to show. How can I show it? So this, if we back up. So this is a nice Airbnb that I got for such a stellar deal. I'm basically outside in the screen porch doing my little video, and I got this entire 4-bedroom house with a garage, screen porch, all this good stuff that you don't typically get for this price in Florida. I got this whole house for less than what most people rent in Orlando. So I can tell you about those tricks. I keep saying that on these videos, but I really am going to start consistently uploading videos. So I'm not going to publish that schedule quite yet, but I want to upload at least 3 to 7 videos a week on a scheduled basis so I can be more consistent there. So yeah, I'll let y'all know about that. But yeah, I definitely want to share my travel tips and just life tips. How do we function so well on our budget, our current budget, our current income that is growing, with 4 kids. So that's a lot of information on how to live a happy life and without feeling like you have to be rich in every moment. Now let's aspire to riches. Let's definitely speak that into existence, but let's not sabotage our lives until we actually have those funds. There's a lot of creative ways that you can get what you want without being rich, or until you're rich is what I'll say. And this is a channel about being yourself, so be yourself, you know, and I'm gonna be myself, and I'm gonna say sometimes, and my videos aren't gonna be the most edited videos at the moment. I do get excited when I think about editing the videos and how that will allow me to push beyond boundaries, produce more professional videos, be more creative. I actually find it fun to do the vlogging, to be in front of a camera, to think about the creative side of once I do have the professional equipment to edit, that all of that just is fun for me. And so I will get there, but I'm not there quite yet, as you can see. I definitely want to inspire other people who have similar, you know, passions or dreams, whatever it is. I mean, it doesn't have to be a YouTube channel. If it is, cool. You know, there's tons of research on there. There's tons of free content on YouTube and on other websites that you can research on how to get started and how to go from there, and how it can be a profitable thing. As long as you're going to be consistent and put in the time. It's not like it's going to turn around overnight, you know, like most business ventures. So I do enjoy it, but for those of you who have other goals, whatever it is, this is a channel, and eventually will be a community that will be connected to other social media platforms where we can support each other in following our dreams and being happy and having a solid foundation in scientific information that relates to happiness, living your dream, and I'll say manifesting miracles too, because some people, let's not do name calling or say some people, let's just say this world we live in can be one grounded in logic and facts, and the reality is miracles and magic and all those things can be factual as well. There is science that is starting to prove that we are not just limited to our physical body, and there is life beyond the physical, or not life, but you know, there's things going on beyond the physical. You know, everything is energy. So from an energetic standpoint, that's how we're able to manifest what we want through law of attraction. Through an energetic standpoint, that is how we are able to, what do you want to say? Just do magical things and things that people would consider miracles. And so I can't wait until we have more evidence of that, things happening in my life, my family and friends, people on this channel, so that we can be a part of that growing community of people who are showcasing that we are powerful beings. Every individual is a powerful being. All of us are intuitive beings. So I believe in intuition. I often sense and feel things before they happened, or just know information instantly, you know, when I meet someone or when I'm in a certain environment. So that's a gift of mine, but it's actually a gift of everyone. We have different levels of this gift of intuition, but I definitely want to get back to where people just embrace this is how we're supposed to be, you know, intuitive and understanding that time is an illusion and it's not on a linear spectrum. And thank goodness for quantum physics and different science there that is starting to prove that, you know, time is relative and all that good stuff, and that we can transcend time. So I'll say that's it. That's it for my description, channel description. This is just phase 2. This is just October 3rd, 2019 description. I'll probably do another updated video sometime soon. Other than the topics that I mentioned, there'll be a lot of randomness on this channel, so that will be all-encompassing. So for example, you know, me and Jay like to cook a lot. He's technically a chef. He doesn't love being a chef anymore as far as working in the restaurant industry, but he's a chef, so a lot of cooking videos. I'm getting back into really enjoying cooking, and I want to be more creative and try different types of foods and cuisines and things of that nature that I haven't tried. So lots of cooking stuff, random vlogging, some deep stuff at times. So I'll be vulnerable and be transparent. You know, I did mention that this is my second marriage, and so having gone through being divorced and dating and now being married for my second time, I can tell you that in a relationship, it's not typically just one person, you know, hardly ever just one person who's all to blame. I know sometimes we feel that way, but honestly, two people are attracting each other for a reason. It's a lesson that needs to be learned, and sometimes that lesson is a lesson that you can learn together and grow together and be happy together, and that's ideal. That's what most people want. But a lot of the times people are attracting each other to learn a lesson and then to learn it separately and to go your, you know, separate ways, and hopefully not repeat the same challenge, you know, hopefully to have learned the lesson in one relationship and not go to the next having to learn the same. And that's what is the pattern for most of us. as we sometimes even go from one relationship to the next and then end up sabotaging it. So I definitely want to talk about that because I can be guilty of that. Well, now I won't say not so much now. I've done, enough of my personal work, self-development, and actually went to see a hypnotherapist before I went to get, before I got married the second time. So I've done the foundational work. I've done the praying. I've done the forgiveness of my past. Um, and of course, goes all the way back to childhood. Yes, psychology is a real science and it is a valid science. It's amazing that the human psyche starts to formulate so many beliefs about life at such a young age, and that's why your childhood is so important to how you view life and how you experience life. Is because the mind at a very young age, even when you're a baby, even when you don't even remember those memories, it's already forming beliefs about yourself, about family, about women, about men, about all of this. And then your job is to learn what positive beliefs do you have from childhood that are helping you live the life that you want, and what negative beliefs do you have from childhood that are sabotaging your life. So that's it, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Ciao.